peace talks, but the U.S. organizers will go ahead with discussions in Geneva. Sudan's government had said the participation depended on implementing the Jeddah agreement of May 2023. They also objected to the UAE's involvement in the talks. We have details in this report.
The U.S. government had invited leaders of the Sudanese armed forces and the Rapid Support Forces, the main warring parties in the ongoing conflict, to discuss a potential ceasefire. Civil war between the Sudanese armed forces and the Rapid Support Forces broke out in April last year and has intensified in El Fasher, the North Darfur capital, since May, when the paramilitary RSF group encircled the city. In the meantime, the last operating public hospital in Sudan's North Darfur state is at a risk of closure. Doctors Without Borders warned Wednesday amid fierce fighting between the country's rival military factions that have left more than 18,000 people dead and 33,000 others injured. The MSF-supported Saudi hospital in El Fasher suffered extensive damage following the continued bombardment of the city over the last week, leaving it barely functional. The facility is the last remaining public hospital in the city with the capacity to treat the wounded and perform surgery.
We are currently in the process of distributing.
Meanwhile, a United Nations agency on Monday said Sudan is at a breaking point as a growing number of people need food, water, shelter, and medical care in a country devastated by intensifying war.
People who have been affected by floods.
Over 8 million people have been displaced since fighting erupted last year, plunging the country into what the UN has called one of the worst humanitarian disasters in recent memory. Although Sudan is now no longer a stranger to conflict or climate change, with each exacerbating the toll of the other as a year-long civil war spirals further out of control. The onset of the rainy season promises even more devastation for a country whose humanitarian needs are already going unmet.